Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our second day in Spirit Emphasis Week. In this video, I'm going to go over a quick revision with some maths concepts that we have gone over in the first quarter. Just to remind you, there will be a second video tomorrow. So we will be focusing on an aspect of mathematics that is called shape, space, and measure. Okay, so when you deal with shape, space, and measure in mathematics, you're talking about how you measure things. You're talking about using patterns, identifying patterns, symmetry, and using positional language. So I will just talk you through these topics that we have already covered and see how much you remember. All right, so I'm going to move on to our assignments. And thank you to those of you who have turned in. We'll just go over them again together. In this assignment with Goldilocks and the Three Bears, we had to place the bowl of porridge at different positions. We used language like above, below or under, next to or besides, behind. These are words that we use. So you had to place the bowl above, behind, next to. So there's that bowl, there's below, has to be underneath. So behind the checkered table, in front of the checkered table. I hope that you all got to do your assignment. So we'll just do it quickly together. We'll start with the bowl of porridge. Above, right here. Above the checkered table. Below the checkered table. So below is another word for underneath. There we go. Behind. Now I know it's flat, but that position is fine to show behind, because it's not 3D. In front of the checkered table, so this position is fine. Remember, it's flat. And then beside the honey. Now, this was very tricky for many of you. So it's not beside the checkered table. The instruction is beside the honey. So there's the honey up on the wooden table. And there it goes. So thank you for reviewing positional language with me. We're going to move on to patterns. In this assignment, we were learning about mini beasts and we had to try to complete the insect patterns. We read the story, The Cautious Caterpillar, and we had to try to complete the assignment here. So there are different patterns. This is a simple A-B pattern. So remember, a pattern is anything that keeps repeating. It could be a beat, it could be a print on fabric. So for example, on my shirt, I've got lines, they keep repeating, lines, lines, lines. So the pattern on my shirt is stripes. We looked at your different dresses during this lesson. Some of you had flowers, some of you had unicorns, some of you had colored patterns. Now the pattern here is an insect. So let's try to complete the pattern together. Here we have a ladybird fly, ladybird fly. A ladybird, what do you think will come next? A ladybird or a fly? That's right. To complete this pattern, we have to put a fly right there. A fly. Very good. So it's a simple A-B pattern. A-B, A-B. For the next slide, it's a butterfly, grasshopper. Butterfly, grasshopper. It's also an A-B pattern. There are two elements in this pattern, A, B, A, B, butterfly, grasshopper, butterfly, grasshopper. So butterfly, grasshopper, butterfly, grasshopper. What comes next? Butterfly. And after the butterfly is a grasshopper. That's how we'll complete that pattern. Very good. Let's go to the next slide. Now for this next slide, the pattern is changing a bit. Now you have firefly, firefly, bumblebee. Firefly, firefly, bumblebee. So this is A, B. There's two elements in this pattern, but the way they're repeating is different. It's a firefly, firefly, bumblebee. Firefly, firefly. What comes next? Firefly, firefly, bumblebee. Firefly, firefly. Very good. The bumblebee comes next. So we'll complete this pattern with the bumblebee. Excellent. On the next slide, we have got slightly different as well. Caterpillar, ladybird, ladybird. Caterpillar, ladybird, ladybird. Caterpillar, ladybird, ladybird. Caterpillar, ladybird. So this one is, there are two pictures as well, but they're repeating in a different way. A, B, B. A, B, B. Caterpillar, ladybird, ladybird. Caterpillar, ladybird. Very good. The ladybird completes that pattern right there, and that's the ladybird. Let's go to the next slide. Now this one is completely, there are three different pictures here. Here's an ant, a fly, ants. So in this slide we have three different pictures. Here's an ant, here is a fly, and here is a stink bug. So there's A, B, C, there are three different. This one's really tricky. So this is for children in preschool too, as well as the A, B, B patterns for children in preschool too, because it gets a bit tricky. So there are three different pictures that repeat in a certain pattern. Ant, fly, stink bug. Ant, fly, stink bug. Ant, fly, stink bug. Ant, fly, stink bug. Ant, fly. What comes next? The ant, the fly, or the stink bug? There you go. Stink bug. And we are all done. Well done for working on patterns. Now we're going to review. In this assignment, we reviewed the language that we use when we start to speak about measurement. And so for this assignment, we had words like bigger, smaller, shorter, taller, wider, longer. This is all language that we use in measurement. And so I'm just going to review it with you. Which zebra is taller? The one on the left or the one on the right? That goes there, the one on the right. Which train is longer? The one on the left or the one on the right? Now I'll let you answer this one. Which ball is smaller? The yellow ball or the colorful ball? Which ball is smaller? Correct. Which doll is shorter? The one on the left or the one on the right? Excellent work. So in this assignment, we used language for measurement. Make sure that you're using this language every day, and we'll move on to our next assignment. In this assignment, we moved on from just using language of measuring to using the blocks so that we can add a number value to our measurement. This is non-standard measurement. So in the example, there was a giraffe and it was how many cubes tall? We count the cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, when you're stacking the cubes, you have to spread them out, not exactly overlapping each other. Try to spread them out. So this was 5 cubes tall. So now we're going to move to the assignment that we had to do. Next was the pin. So you take a cube there, and that's the paper clip. It's just one. It's one block wide. Next is the elephant. We measure from left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the elephant really is 5 blocks wide. So from left to right, when you're talking about width, how wide something is, you're measuring from left to right. And that was the purpose of the assignment, so that the children can compare width, how wide something is from left to right, and they can also compare height, how tall something is. You're measuring from bottom to top or from top to bottom. So here's the flamingo. We're going to measure how tall the flamingo is. The blocks are going to go from top to bottom. We are measuring how tall. And remember, the blocks should not overlap. They should just slightly touch each other but not overlap. That way you can get the correct number of blocks. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks. Super duper. Next we have our zebra. How many blocks tall is this zebra? So this is a zebra. Let's measure from top to bottom. Remember, we're measuring how tall it is. So we're going from top to bottom, how tall it is. We start up at the head. There's 1 block. And our blocks, remember, they're not overlapping, they're just slightly touching, not overlapping. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. The next slide is how many blocks wide is this strawberry? Now remember, when you're talking about how wide something is, you're measuring from left to right. So let's see, left to right, not top to bottom. From top to bottom is how tall the strawberry is, but we're measuring how wide it is. So let's drag and drop the blocks. Drag and drop the blocks. 1, 2, 3. So that is 3 blocks wide. And that is the very last. So high five and well done. Thank you so much for reviewing shape, space, and measure with me. I'll be back with another video tomorrow just to review numbers. Thank you so much and take care.